Welcome back to my channel, everybody. This is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. Now we have a ton of news to go over in today's video. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give a like on this video. Because on this channel, I always do my best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. Everybody, be sure to subscribe. And so, here's the latest news surrounding your Social Security benefits. Senior citizens and workers with disabilities could see the biggest boost to their Social Security benefits in decades, thanks to inflation. Beneficiaries could see benefits rise by 5.8% in January 2022. An advocacy group, the Senior Citizens League, projected an increase of 6.1%, according to CBS News. And that would be the biggest bump since 1983, when an increase of 7.4% took effect, according to CBS. The January 2021 cost of living increase was just 1.3%, folks. And the SSA makes an annual cost of living adjustment to benefits once a year. The increase gets announced in October and is based on the average rate of inflation over the prior 3 months. Everybody, does President Biden need to keep his promise to the American people and send out a fourth stimulus check as well as increase your Social Security benefits? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. Now here's the latest news surrounding your fourth stimulus check. According to Senators and aides, Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Biden met on Tuesday to discuss the bipartisan infrastructure deal. And Chuck Schumer also told reporters that the lingering issues have been narrowed significantly since Democrats sent the Republican a comprehensive offer on Sunday. Chuck Schumer said, "There are a bunch of issues still outstanding, but we're making progress. We're not there yet, but we're making progress," he said. Schumer said senators should be prepared to work over the weekend and potentially into the previously scheduled month-long August recess in order to finish the bill and advance the budget resolution to pass a separate $3.5 trillion package for Biden's economic policies. On Tuesday afternoon, Bill Cassidy said Republicans had sent back a counteroffer on the issue of transit. He won't divulge details, but he called it eminently reasonable. Joe Manchin, who was part of the working group, said the deal was close. Manchin also said, "There's a few different things. Basically just language now. It's pretty much come together." Now Joe Biden and Kyrsten Sinema are both invested in sealing the deal for similar reasons. The president campaigned on working fruitfully with Republicans, and Sinema is an outspoken proponent of the Senate filibuster rule, which he argues enables bipartisan cooperation and stability in lawmaking. Infrastructure represents perhaps the biggest opportunity to deliver on that premise, and people have been urging the Biden administration for weeks to pass a fourth stimulus check. Currently, Biden's plan is that they are now providing further financial assistance in the form of the child tax credit, which began on July 15th, as around 60 million children will benefit from this, from a total of $14.8 billion, with the average sum equating to around $423 per family. The scheme will provide $250 for each child between 6 and 17, with each child under the age of 6 can receive $300 per month. The CTC, which is part of the American Rescue Plan, saw the level of money that each family will receive increase from $2,000 to $3,600 for children 5 and under, and $3,000 for children ages 6 to 17. Jen Psaki said after the president's meeting with Sinema that the administration sees good signs, but is not setting any deadlines. 10 Republicans would be needed in the evenly split 50-50 Senate to join all Democrats to advance the bill past a filibuster toward passage. But it's an open debate among Republicans whether it's politically advantageous to give their support. Most Republican senators come from rural states where highways dominate and public transit is scarce, while Democrats view transit as a priority for cities and a key to easing congestion and fighting climate change. Democrats don't want to see the formula dip below its typical threshold. Democrats were insisting on a prevailing wage requirement, not just for existing public programs, but for also new roads and bridges. So millions of people this year have been waiting for their tax refunds to arrive for several months. The IRS has been tasked with more than usual due to tax season, sending out child tax credit payments and delayed stimulus checks. An IRS backlog of about 35 million unprocessed returns was reported last month by the Taxpayer Advocate Service because of challenges during the crisis. As of last month, 16.8 million returns were still waiting to be processed, and 15.8 million returns were waiting to be reviewed further. Everybody, That's all the news in this video. Before you guys go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Because on this channel, I always do my best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. Everybody, be sure to subscribe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentlewoman from Connecticut for yielding just in all of her virtuoso presentation of this legislation for the people. Thank you, Madam Chair, for the mastery of the subject matter, for the strategic plan that you had to bring it to the floor, for your collaboration with your subcommittee chairs, as well as to the chairs of the committees of authorization. Congratulations, and thank you for the children. This package puts working families first. It does so by prioritizing jobs, laying the foundation to create thousands, hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs, including by rebuilding the infrastructure, including surface transportation and water infrastructure to get the lead out, by advancing the clean energy economy of the future and launching workforce training for the 21st century. And it puts working families first by investing in our children. Again and again, when people ask me what are the three most important issues facing the Congress, I always say the same thing: our children, our children, our children. Their health, their education, the economic security of their families, a clean, safe environment in which they can thrive, a world at peace in which they can reach their fulfillment. This legislation addresses many of these priorities. Children's health is protected with child nutrition initiatives, including SNAP and WIC, serving tens of millions of hungry kids. I remember when the stories were written about the first community health centers. The person who was the leader in all of that was spending some health money on food, and the federal government said that's supposed to be for prescription drugs, not for food, and he responded, food is what makes our children healthy. So thank you for the nutrition sections in here. The health of the families is also protected by support for public health initiatives for maternal and child health, as well as research to fight future pandemics, to head off future pandemics. Our children's education is advanced by ensuring that K through 12 schools have the resources they need, including with historic investments in Title I, and higher education is advanced with investments in Pell Grants and other financial assistance funding for minority-serving institutions. Our HBCUs, our Hispanic-serving institutions, are institutions that help our Native